everybody, Mr. Nike SB 6 back again, 233rd Nike SB video. New pickup to show you guys, jpack Lows Pine Green colorway, GR for the month I believe. Definitely a nice shoe. Quality isn't that bad on this one, and for the GRs I feel like they're going to dumb them down on the quality a little bit, so it's definitely going to be a hit and miss. For this one, I think it's worth the 90. Not the best quality, but definitely fair. The mid panel being suede material, or nubuck I should say, is definitely a miss for me. I feel like all jpack should follow the same material in the placements that the original one had. I'm going to show you some of the older ones just so you can see what I'm talking about. So let's start off with one of the ones I always had a problem with, which is the Jade or Tiffany jpacks like they like to call them. This one didn't have leather on the toe box, which I thought was stupid for even calling them jpacks. It didn't have leather on the mid panel, which was another reason why I thought it was stupid for calling them jpacks. The colorway is great. Placement is basically like the jpacks with the black, and then you have the color on the toe box and the swoosh, whatnot, but just the materials wasn't placed right and didn't have leather on the toe or the mid, so that was the miss for me on these. The originals, of course, I'll show you them just to get a view of them. Leather on the toe, leather on the mid panel with the black leather around the upper portion of the heel. The rest of it was nubuck material in black. Jpacks is just a classic sneaker and a classic colorway. Jpack Highs was definitely a nice shoe. Quality wasn't the best, but definitely fair. It did use suede as opposed to nubuck around the toe. They kept the original royal blue. I thought the translucent blue bottom was definitely a miss. I don't know why they did that as opposed to just using a regular blue and not being translucent. The blue leather in the back panel was definitely a miss for me. I thought it should have been black. But overall, the jpack Highs was a nice shoe. Jpack Mids, they I guess swapped out the toe box and around the toe box with the blue and the black. This one was called jpack Mids, and I feel like they definitely could have did this one right at the time, and they didn't. This was a miss in my opinion. The mid panel alone was a big miss. Let's go to the Sport Red jpack Lows. This one I thought was a hit. I think it was a great colorway. I think it was great that they did red, in my opinion. And then the mid panel being leather, the toe box being leather. I think the materials were placed in the right spot, and just a great colorway nonetheless. Last but definitely not least, this is probably my favorite. This almost beat the original jpacks for me, but I'm not going to let it beat the OG colorway, the neon jpacks. The material isn't the best. It's not as good as the originals, and that's probably why it won't beat the originals. But the suede is okay. It's fair. Leather on the toe, leather on the mid panel, so the materials are placed in the right spots. I feel like if this shoe is going to be dubbed jpack or say pigeons or whatever, it should just follow the same materials. The colorway could be different, that's fine, obviously we're going to see that, but that's just my opinion. I'm going to show you a close-up of these and get straight into the review. Okay, so outsole of the shoe, you have a green outsole, which is that pine green with your black hit right there in the middle. As you work your way up to the midsole, it is an all-white midsole with white stitching. Green, pine green for the toe box. Around that you have a nubuck material, which is black nubuck. That works its way to the eyelets, and mid panel is that same nubuck material in black. The swoosh is a leather swoosh, and that is that pine green colorway. As you work your way to the back panel, the whole back panel and the tab as well is nubuck material, and that is in black. Nike stitched in pine green. Tag is black with Nike SB branding right there in pine green. insole black with Nike SB branding right there in pine green as well. Let's not waste any time and let's show you these sneakers on feet. Okay, so I reviewed the jpack pine green dunk lows. Overall, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. The quality of the leather isn't the best, but it's definitely a plus compared to the other ones we've been seeing for the GRs. The nubuck material is great on it, and just a nice shoe. Definitely good to see the color blocking being like a jpack and a new release. I thought that was a cool idea, just in a different colorway. I love the colorway on them. Please, guys, comment, like, subscribe. Let's end this off the old school way, and cheers. Peace.